So what are we getting done today?
It'd be a skin fade and then about a 3 on the top.
A 3 on top, going back, right? Brush back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll do a 3 on top, brush back, and then a skin fade. You like your skin fade like medium, low, high?
A little bit high.
A little bit high. All right. So we'll do like in between medium and high. You let me know.
All right.
If that's cool. And then what about your hairline? Do you line it up? Keep it natural?
Yeah, if you can line it up.
Just kind of clean it up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's perfect.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Tomb 45 Barbers, what's going on? We got another tutorial for you. Christmas is right around the corner, and we're gonna keep this almost everyday tutorial thing going today with this brush back with a ball fade on the sides. You guys heard the consultation. He wanted a number 3 brush back, so we're going with the grain. It's just the opposite direction of what you typically would see it when you go with the grain. So we're gonna go ahead, once we've knocked down the top, we're gonna go ahead and start our initial guideline on the sides, and he told me he wanted a medium to high fade. So as we're debulking this, for all you weird ones, and don't take offense guys, it's just a joke. For all my sensitive ones, there's no need to go in the comment section to tell me how upset you are that I jokingly called you a weird one. It's all good. Hashtag weird ones. It's all fun, guys. So anyways, we're balding my man out on the sides. And I love that you guys enjoy seeing the entire process, because I battle with, do people want highlights? Do people want like to actually learn this stuff? So it's dope to be one of the weird ones. It's all good. Being one of the weird ones is a good thing. People call me crazy, call me weird for starting a YouTube channel and putting so much effort into it, for starting Tomb 45s, you know, making shape gel out of my kitchen, thinking I was crazy. Why am I spending all this time doing this? I got a family, I got kids, you wasting time. It's all good, guys. It's the holidays. Everybody needs to be happy. Everybody needs to be in a good mood. Don't let nobody drain your energy, especially over some misunderstanding. You feel me? So we're following up with the shaver. We got the Babyliss gold foil shaver, and we got to get this thing, smooth on the sides, real nice and tight, so we can get the lightest gradient to dark as possible, right? So we want to start with a nice light point, and we want to finish that gradient to a nice dark point. Okay, so our next guideline is going to be created with that blade open, and we got the blade all the way open. Look, it doesn't matter if you're using seniors or if you're using some of the Babyliss clippers, or even any clipper that uses wall guards. This system works for. As a matter of fact, I use the system with the Masters. You know what I'm saying? With the new Masters guards. All right, so we've went with our number 3, and now we're following it up with our number 2 open. And you guys can follow along with the color guide on the bottom left corner. This side of his head is going to be the harder side. You guys can see he has 2 cowlicks right there on his parietal ridge. You guys see it? It almost makes it look like he's got alopecia on those areas, because in the middle of those cowlicks, that's where hair kind of splits. So you can see those 2 like really light areas above where I'm cutting with this 1.5 guard. You gotta be careful there. Those are cowlicks. He's got 2 of them right there on the side. But we still gonna do our best to keep that area dark. Here you got to be a little careful, because if, for example, if I go up too high with that 1.5 guard, that area will look super light, especially if you hit it in the wrong angle, in the wrong direction. So be careful, because again, we want to keep that area as dark as possible. Gradients control is the term of the month. Do you have gradients control? We always talk about shape control, and that's heavily taught, in the cosmetology world, in Vidal Sassoon academies, that whole space in the hair industry. But not too many people talk about gradients control as well. Shade and shape. Being able to fuse the two is the name of the game. The game has changed so much. It's definitely evolved. When I remember when I was barbering, when I was like first started cutting hair in the shop, I was cutting hair for that moment. I was cutting hair for that picture. I didn't care about the shape. I didn't care about how it grew back. All I cared about was how dope was it gonna look in this photo. So I wanted that fade to be blurry. I want that line to pop. And as I've traveled and social media has made it, you know, kind of set the standards, now you got to be able to kind of think both ways. You know what I'm saying? Think about shape, think about gradients control, and think about shape control. And I think that's what's going to set you apart from a lot of barbers. And what I'm noticing is that a lot of barbers that understand these two things, they're the ones raising their prices. They're the ones that are having more demand for their product. So sorry guys, I went on a little bit of rant there. My apologies. Please don't smash the dislike button. Please smash the like button. We're gonna go ahead and use the half guard now, and we work down all the way to. We're working down the steps, so we faded down all the way down to this half guard, and after this half guard, we're gonna fade up from the bald line up, like so. So I'm going close, and I'm gonna open up my lever a third of the way. Every third of an inch I go up. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Just follow along, you'll see what I'm talking about. Bro, that's got the reindeer sound. Perfect for the holiday season. Man, I don't know, I'm in a good mood right now. I just got that Christmas spirit in me right now. You know what it is? I'm in Georgia, and the weather's definitely got more of a Christmas vibe than Florida does. All right, so I think we're probably 3/4 of the way open at this point. All right, and now we have the blade all the way open, and this should finish it off. I might have to, you know, jump back up to that half guard. That's why it's still in my hand. And then all that's left after that, you'll see, is I'm gonna line him up, and then we'll go back in detail. All right, and that bottom line was like ever so slightly there. So before I start lining him up, I just use the trimmers real quick with the corners, and, you know, pluck out any dark areas where that initial guideline space was right before we start lining him up. And guys, I think I might have found a spot in Loganville, Georgia. A lot of people reached out that wanted me to cut their hair. I'm not 100% positive, but I may have found a spot. I will announce it tonight or tomorrow when I will be cutting. I'll be looking for models, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. Check out my stories the next couple of days, because I'm looking to cut Thursday, so the day after Christmas, and probably cut like 4 or 5 models for my next YouTube video, so we can keep this almost daily content going. You guys can see the cut, the blend is coming together, and we still haven't detailed it. So this side is definitely going to be an easier side, just because the hair growth pattern here is really good. Besides the fact that around the parietal ridge it goes straight back, so we're gonna have to kind of cut on the side, like sideways direction. But this side should be a nice, smooth, quick transition. So we're going through the same exact steps. I did my number 3 first, my number 2 open, my number 2 closed. Now I'm using my 1.5 guard, open, then closed, and we're fading down, watching the blend come together. At this point, the 1.5 guard, you can see the lever, it's closed. All right, so now we have the number 1. You can see the lever, it's open. Got the mannequin in the back, taking a look at y'all. Making sure y'all watching, y'all paying attention. I gotta move those things. They're kind of spooky. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so now we have the number 1 closed. We're right underneath the number 1 open. Working from the back over to the side, or from the side to the back. Now, for some reason, I lost the clip where I used the green half guard to finish that transition down. You guys saw what I did on the other side, so I apologize for missing that. Now we're gonna fade up with the blade closed, opening it up 1/3 of the way. Every 1/3 of an inch we go up. And shout out to my cousin Tito for the beats. Link will be in the description. Now, of course, because in the studio, I'm not really cutting hair like that, so I never put my clippers back on the charger. My gold FXs did die. As a matter of fact, after this video, the first thing I'm gonna do is put my gold FXs on the charger. I brought my my expansion pads with my power clip, so I'll be charging those all night in preparation for Thursday. But now I'm using my cordless seniors with the matte Gifted Hands clear case. And you can see in this area right here, he's definitely got an indent there. I don't know if you guys can see, he's got an indent right there. That indent is creating a darker space. So what I'm trying to do is really focus there and get that to match more of the side. This area is called the mastoid process, right? This is where the side starts to round into the back. And typically in this area, there's always some indents or some imperfections or some density issues. And so you really got to focus in this area to make the fade balance and match the side. Yo, that Christmas spirit beat right there. All right, now we're using the half guard just like we did on the other side above that blade open. We'll line him up, and then we'll come back later after we've done the lineup and all that good stuff, and we'll start to detail and bring this baby together. But look at the back of the blend, it's looking good. The back of the blend is looking good. We're doing some last minute checks real quick, and just bringing these sides together. So this area, he's got an indent. You guys can see right where his parietal ridge is. It just kind of dips. It has like a dip, so it's causing it to look dark. So I just ran my my thinning shears through there real quick, and once I brushed it back, you can see it laid really nice, and it definitely has a nice blend to it, soft blend to it. So we'll go ahead and start to line him up, not pushing him back. We're gonna keep it natural. And going back and detailing, like I told you guys, this is, to me, this is the most important step. This is what's going to set your blends apart, because although his blend looked good already, you know, I always want my blends, I always take advantage of all 30 minutes. When somebody sets a 30-minute appointment with me, even if I get done with him a little bit earlier, I like to take advantage of all my time, especially during the detail process, because that's what makes people feel like you've gone above and beyond, that you care about their finished look. But it's also your opportunity to set that blend apart, to make that thing look just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's never going to be perfect, but it can be just stupid dumb blurry. All right, and so one of his biggest concerns was his hairline, because his hairline definitely has calyx and hair growth patterns, and it's causing it to look lighter in certain areas. His left side definitely looks lighter than his right side, so I'm trying to keep his left side as natural as possible, and I'm trying to make it look as leveled as possible. But again, I'm not sure, like, this is good enough to me as far as level. Nobody's gonna look at him and be like, yo, your hairline is crooked. Nobody's gonna do that, but you know, it looks symmetrical enough to where it's not gonna look crazy, you know, to the next couple days as it's growing back. So you guys let me know, good call or bad call in the comments below, please. And so he definitely shaved the morning of this cut. So I just told him, look, let me just clean up the top line real quick, because the top line was a little bit jagged and I don't want it to mess with the total look of my haircut. So I just went in and just, you know, made that that curvature a little bit smoother. I didn't do too much detailing on the beard. All right, and of course we're bringing out the Beam Team XL with Tomb 45 no drip color enhancement. This is the black brown, and we're just gonna do a light touch up. And I said the same thing to him I say everybody else. Yo, let me I'm gonna put this new product on you. You let me know what you think. If you don't like it, we'll take it off. If not, then we can keep it on. I'll teach you how to maintain it. I've yet to have somebody say take it off. They always ask me, you know, to keep it on, and then I teach them how to maintain it. I tell them, look, you can wet this, just don't scrub. When you're in the shower, rinse, do not scrub. When you go to dry your hair, pat, do not scrub. And that's the finished look, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button. That like button helps channels out so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all. See y'all on the next video. I'm not gonna upload till the 26th, probably, taking Christmas Eve and Christmas off. But I love y'all and I appreciate y'all.